Ever wondered what an average dude spends his time on in his life? In the name of productivity, we did a tally. We spent 29 years sleeping, 9 years working, over 3 years eating and drinking, and 4 years watching social videos. Notice something odd yet? That's right, we spend more time watching videos on social media than we do eating and drinking. And what do we watch the most? Well, trends may change in an instant, but there has been one constant. The top 10 viral videos that we watch year after year always include those that feature children or animals. And more often than not, a cat.
I'm just trying to figure out the appeal.
Many of these videos are a waste of time, right?
Like, or whatever. If it's harmless, right? Like,
Are they as harmless as we think they are? Or is there fear behind the funny? A chronicle of Nastya's trip to the petting zoo with her dad. You might think nothing of this 4-year-old's clip. Wanna hazard a guess as to how many views it garnered? Well, here's a clue. Think in millions.
How many million?
I cannot rationalize that number.
Okay, I don't believe you. Really?
I don't understand 850 million.
You heard that right. Nearly 850 million views. That's equivalent to the combined population of the United States, Russia, Germany, and Indonesia. Nastya's dad might be yawning, but even by the most conservative estimates, this video could have been milked for well over $1 million from YouTube ad earnings. In fact, one estimate shows that their YouTube channel, like Nastya, rakes in over $200 daily. But it doesn't take hundreds of millions of views for monetization to become a real thing. As we have learned from this cat, famous for playing the keyboard on video for 54 seconds.
I'm wondering how the owner managed to train it to do this.
How much is it constructed?
We're showing you the copycat version because the owner of the original clip wants to charge us $5,000 to show you his version. Be it videos of kids or animals, their ability to grab our attention has created a multi-million-dollar industry. With so much at stake, is it any wonder then that video creators have to up the ante to stay competitive? But are these videos for real?
You just take it on face value for what it is.
Some of the kids' videos are a bit too ridiculous to believe.
Yeah, I think parents will fake it with their child just to get all these views and likes.
In the early days of the internet, videos of cute children being themselves were one of the things we could count on to be authentic. But as the stakes got higher in the viral video world, so has the number of viral hoaxes. For every cute, funny, amazing video that's real, there's almost always another one out there that's fake.
The software is available, the knowledge is available. Deepfake is getting more and more present.
I can buy into the disbelief and buy into this fantasy for 30 seconds of oh, something interesting is happening.
That's the internet age. Half the stuff out there is fake.
I mean, just imagine, how can a baby possibly feed himself with a pair of chopsticks? How could you possibly teach a little girl to write calligraphy like a grandmaster? And what about this? A boy cutting into a watermelon using nothing but poker cards? Well, we tried to get real kids to perform those feats on camera. Suffice to say, we can't see how those feats are even remotely possible. But perhaps that's precisely why those clips have us glued to our screens, along with millions of others. And this is completely unscientific, but one country seems to have a disproportionate number of such videos: China. And boy, do they go viral.
The stuff that goes viral the best is the non-language specific. So I think that's why like physical skills is always going to work. And obviously if it's a kid with amazing skills, that's even more interesting.
There's a stereotype that kids in China can do a lot of magical things, and the quality of exoticism, which is often what attracts us to internet celebrities.
In fact, on Douyin, the domestic version of TikTok in China, half of the top 20 kid videos in the first half of 2020 featured children with incredible skills. This video of a 13-month-old riding a hoverboard has been seen more than 10 million times, while these videos of a 4-year-old displaying amazing driving skills have garnered some 150 million views.
The baby on the board was crazy. I can't believe this is actually true.
I think that is definitely controlled by the remote. Those looks like the remote control cars kind. So I think the parents are the one controlling the cars behind the camera.
I was wondering most of the time if it's actually authentic or if there was like some help involved.
Now, we're gonna do you a favor. We are going to find out if some of the more popular China videos are real or fake. And we're getting our team in China to crisscross the Middle Kingdom to meet them. You're most welcome. A 4-year-old who can parallel park and reverse into a sliver of space. So it's no surprise then that Lin Lin became an internet sensation. This video alone has been seen 71 million times. We trekked to the town of Jilin in North China to meet Lin Lin and find out if he really can do all of that. I mean, really.
我知道我自己活了，可是我不知道活是什么意思。先把这边。
We put him to the test.
没问题吧？开始。
No remote control, no camera tricks, and he nailed it.
我就像平时一样，他在客厅里边玩手机，然后就感觉他老在我旁边开车，哎，老在那儿动，然后他就喊我爸爸，就那个，你看这么小的空我都给停进来了。这个时候我就把手机给拿出来了，我说儿子，你再给爸爸停一下，然后我就拿手机给记录了下来，然后记录下来我就传到那个网络平台了，传到网上了。
没事，到，来吧，没事，加油。
说实话啊，我有的时候他妈妈自己一个人开车出去，我都不是很放心，啊，如果琳琳跟他一起出去，我还比较放心一点。
While Lin Lin drives better than some adults, myself included, this toddler was gliding on a hoverboard even before her peers could walk, if this viral video is anything to go by. This video of Long Yi-sin has been viewed more than 10 million times in China. The precocious toddler first stepped onto her hoverboard when she was just 13 months and 7 days old. Of course, that's in the world of Chinese social media videos. When we caught up with Yi-sin, she was already 2.5 years old. It's obvious that she can walk down the stairs on her own, but can she really hoverboard?
了吗？好厉害。
So we filmed her playing with her hoverboard for over an hour, and not a single time did she fall.
所以你跟他比，你的级别是什么样子的？
他应该是属于大学毕业了吧？我从幼儿园。
这是长大，这是长大，你是长大，奶奶给你
第一天试的时候，玩了差不多10几分钟的时候，奶奶就放手放个2、3秒钟。
这得让开了。他是有安排啦。哇，我的小神童啊！
然后我就觉得，哎呀，挺厉害的，赶紧把它发到朋友圈去了，喜欢炫娃。
I'm pretty jealous of this girl right now. Next up, the girl creating these works of art is just 6.
因为你照着某一个人的，不可能说有100%的人就会去相信你的，
We traveled to this remote town in Hunan to meet Li Mei. And we timed little Li Mei, and this took her just 9 minutes to complete. So she's pretty legit. And finally, 11-year-old Wang Kai, who can apparently slice a drink can with just a poker card. He lives in Henan in central China, and we tracked down this apparent card maestro. And yes, what he's doing is indeed real kung fu.
小时候的时候，我爸爸和我妈妈离婚了，然后6岁的时候想练练飞牌，让我妈妈看到，然后让她再回来。
Real kung fu and a touching backstory. No wonder it's got 60 million people hitting the share button. Wait. How do you explain the virality of cat videos? Out of all the animals destined for viral fame, the winner by a margin are cats. According to BuzzFeed, the most popular cat posts get almost 4 times the traffic of the most clicked dogs. Poor things. Cat videos average 12,000 views, which is more views per video than any other category of YouTube content. Someone who swears fealty to the cat is a man who watches 15,000 cat videos every year.
I always said that I was a crazy cat lady trapped in a dude's body. I was obsessed with cat videos before YouTube, before any of this stuff.
Will Braden curates an annual film festival celebrating the internet cat. And his love affair with cat videos and sharing them began in the days of dial-up.
Before YouTube, some people might not even remember this, but it was really hard to share videos with people, and it required effort. You had to email people, and so there was always one person in every office or one person in every family that was always sharing you the videos on some weird site or actually attached to the email, and half the people couldn't open it. But I always wanted to be the first person to get that video out there.
One of the first videos to ever go viral on YouTube was simply this.
Nothing really happens, it's kind of long, but it got millions of views when millions of views was a big deal.
So in the viral video world, cats have been dominating since the beginning. But why? In the real world, dogs outnumber cats as pets by 100 million. So we put this eternal question to Braden. Though as a cat owner, he's not entirely unbiased. And Braden refers once again to that iconic viral video, Puppy versus Cat.
It's absolutely because everyone identified with the cat in the video. And the cat is just sort of sitting there going, oh God, there's 12 of them, I have to deal with this. And I think everybody sort of identified with that. And that was the beginning of why cats are so popular versus dogs. Not that there aren't lots of great dog videos, because we look at cats and we immediately imagine a bunch of human emotions on them. When you look at a dog, mostly you just see a dog. The reason that cats get ascribed these human emotions more than almost any other animal is that they have kind of a blank look to them.
Humans depend a lot on facial expressions to understand each other. And after over 30,000 years of living with humans, dogs too have evolved facial muscles that their wolf cousins do not have. Scientists conclude that dogs really do pull faces to communicate with us. But what about their poker-faced feline counterpart? Well, according to a 2019 study, cats too have facial expressions, but humans are just really bad at reading them. So, thanks to our incompetence, we see the cat face as empty canvases where we anthropomorphize or project human emotions onto a non-human.
The reason why people like to anthropomorphize animals is it makes us feel closer and more connected to these animals. It's almost like there's someone else out there that can understand like these deep feelings that humans have. It makes us feel less alone.
Les censures par jour, je dors dans aucune fête. Je me réveille à la nuit même.
In 2012, Will Braden's film, Henri II, Pas de Deux, was hailed the best cat video on the internet by film critic Roger Ebert. The video garnered 1 million views within just 5 days and catapulted Henri the cat to an unlikely star. There were Henri t-shirts, posters, mugs, and even a hardcover book.
Le blanc imbécile s'est trop sous-saché à la mendicité pour les cheeseburgers. Je suis enterré pour das idiots.
Henri had two things going for him. He was a lazy cat and he had a calm, zen-like countenance. Braden did the rest.
He looked great in black and white, and if I was like, man, I really need a shot of him sitting on the windowsill, and I just put him on the windowsill and he'd go, okay. And I thought, oh, I just really need to get him to look in the mirror, and I'd put him in front of the mirror. Okay. So because he was so easygoing, he was perfect to play the character of this cat that was pondering all these things, because he was a total blank slate.
This strikingly human but deadpan facial expression is the key to the cat's internet success. Cat photos seem to cry out for captioning, and we feel moved to fill in the blanks.
What they've done to
It's such a comprehensive victory that cat videos handily trump Trump himself. Or more accurately, the views that Trump videos get. Be it a video of a funny animal, or a young child performing an incredible feat, we simply can't look away. And we tap, 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 not knowing the stories behind the videos, or even if they are in fact real, does not seem to stop us from sharing them. Just what exactly compels us to do so?
Okay, your headphones first.
In the name of science, we decided to film the expressive and physiological responses of 10 people to some short videos. They include funny videos of animals and kids.
Yeah, now here comes the dog.
And also some serious and sad videos. What we're doing is that we're focusing on their heart rate, specifically when it beats faster and when it slows down. On many occasions, participants had sharp spikes during the funniest moments of an amusing video.
No. What was that?
Many families are going to slip from the lower middle class into poverty.
We also noticed heart rates climbing during a video which caused the most anxiety among participants.
I think the hardest thing for a parent to hear about their child.
Sad content caused strong dips, especially for female participants. In 2011, Wharton School marketing professor Jonah Berger did a similar experiment on 90 individuals, and he found that the type of content affects how our heart beats. No real surprise there, but what is surprising is how fast our heart beats in turn affects how much we share the content. Content which causes the heart rate to slow down isn't shared as much, whereas amusing, inspiring, and anxiety-inducing stories which make our heart beat faster had one thing in common. People shared them more.
Imagine you're walking and you see a snake
right? Your heart starts bumping quickly, you jump back, you're ready to take an action. That's physiological arousal, a state of physiological arousal. And it turns out both anger and anxiety, which are negative emotions, as well as humor or inspiration or excitement are positive emotions that have the same effect. And so it's actually what our research shows, it's that underlying physiological arousal rather than the emotion per se that really drives sharing.
To double-check this effect, Berger got some student participants to sit for a minute. He asked an equal number to jog for a minute. After that, each student was shown an article and asked if they would share it. The joggers were twice more likely to share the article, confirming that a higher heart rate does make one more open to sharing stories. So now, I guess we all know one reason why we share funny or amazing videos, even if we don't know the stories behind them. It's because they make our heart beat faster. Now you might ask, why would the science of sharing matter? Well, sharing is what drives virality. And if you were paying attention earlier, you'd know by now, going viral can earn you big bucks. If you're Nala, the most popular living cat on the internet, a single sponsored photo or video could earn your owner a cool 10 grand. And joining Nala in the top 50 so-called petfluencers are some 20 cats, 20 dogs, a fox, a monkey, a hedgehog, a squirrel, and even 2 pigs. Petfluencers even have their own conventions.
In the US, owners would actually bring their famous dogs and cats to the event. There will be meet and greet sessions. Like, people will actually travel down and go to the event just to meet all these famous pets. A profile that has about 1 million followers, they can earn up to $10,000 USD for one post on their social media.
But with the lure of a big payday, there's no telling just how far pet owners will go to get your heart racing.
This overwhelming desire to have something go viral, so they push the limits of acceptability to do that.
It's pay dirt if your pet makes it big, so we just don't know how far people will go to make their pets a superstar. But camera tricks are harder to pull off with animals. They're just harder to control and digitally manipulate. Even if these videos are real, what really goes into making them?
Oh, to be a tiny dog. She gonna make it float?
Earlier, this was the most popular video with our test audience.
I would like to float up in the air without a care in the world.
Oh my god. I should try this. I need to try this with my dog.
But when we showed the same video to this woman,
the dog was stressed, mouth was perpetually shut, body was stiff. So to me, under animal welfare, I wouldn't do this to a dog.
what do you see when you see this video?
This is Sparta!
Oh no. No. It's so chaotic. I love it. Yeah, I would share it.
It's a video showing a dog running into a wall of cellophane. So far, it's got 7 million views.
This cellophane wrap may seem harmless right now, but what if it's a glass? And if the dog were to not recognize that it's not a cellophane wrap, it's a glass, how will the dog respond? Will the dog continue to bash through it?
Here's another video that 7 out of 10 of our audiences found funny or amazing.
How is he doing it? What? This is next level art.
Oh my god. Why can't my dog do this?
That is a no-no. Because that really causes a lot of pain, especially in the future. You can train the dog to walk on his hind legs, but because dogs have a very high pain of threshold, so they wouldn't tell you immediately that it's painful.
That is a problem for this man, not knowing the full story. Will Braden's day job involves watching some 15,000 cat videos every year as curator of the Cat Video Festival. Braden tours the best 100 videos to some 200 cinemas across America and Canada. Because there is no telling what some people will do to go viral. Making sure no cats were harmed in each video he selects is a daily challenge.
So there was this video of people whose house was snowed in, and they opened their door and there was, like, honestly 3 feet of snow. And then the woman sort of taps a cat food can, and this cat just, like, jumps through the snow, like, just breaks through the wall of snow, like, cat, where's the food? And I thought this was really cool. And looking at it closely, I thought I saw someone's, like, hand. And I thought the video was also cropped in a weird square kind of thing. So I was like, oh, this is odd. So I looked a little bit more into it. And sure enough, in the wider version of it, someone just straight up throws the cat through the snow.
Potato was found as a stray with his brother, Grady, and we posted it on Facebook, and within an hour, I think
It's a lot of work in terms of following up on things and backstories, but it's incredibly important to really actually speak with the people that shot the video and to say, can you tell me a little bit more about what it is?
This is a video made in 2009. You think it's funny?
It looks like he's really enjoying himself, though. Look at that fist bump up in the air.
Okay. I also would like to be pet like that. So comfortable.
It made my heart sink the moment I saw that video. I thought this was going to be the end for the slow loris.
Anna Nakaris leads one of the top primate conservation programs in the UK, and she studies the slow loris. And she says the slow loris is not giggling in response to being tickled.
When a loris is threatened, they actually take up their arms over their heads, and they then would combine venom from their oil in their arm and saliva in their mouth to be able to bite a potential predator. So in the video, we see an animal in a very defensive position, not in a submissive or acute position.
So tickling the slow loris amounts to abusing it, even if it was unintended. And that's because we often anthropomorphize, that is, ascribe human emotions like enjoyment to non-humans. Because we think it's funny to be tickled, we assume it must be so for the slow loris.
Just fall asleep. I want more. Why you did you stop? Such a bliss.
Madagascar. Oh my god, that is so cute. I want that right now.
Seeing these animals look happy in a domestic environment, we assume that even wild animals can live in our homes. And now, we want one.
It's not some evil desire to pull this animal out of the wild. It's a genuine love of animals. It turns into wanting something that's unique, wanting something that's a little different. We know inherently that an otter doesn't belong in our home, but that desire to have it overrides that. And when we see them looking happy, it gives us permission to go ahead and engage in the desire that we have.
And he's here to do some business with
the exotic pets, you know, that 30 seconds that you see on Instagram video or on a TikTok is such a curated moment of time in the life of that animal.
Once an exotic animal is in the same shot as a person, there's a perception that animal is not as endangered. The fact you can hold it and it doesn't necessarily bite you, or the videos you're watching, the people aren't being bitten, it suggests it's a suitable pet.
5 separate studies conducted from 2011 through 2019 in the UK, US, and the Middle East came to similar conclusions. Viral videos of exotic pets can fuel the trade in them.
did analyze the phrases that the comments that go along with those videos, you know, the things that were rising highest to the top were, "I want one," and "so cute." You just can't deny that kind of visibility isn't driving the demand. In our research, the largest Facebook group on otters, called Otter and Ferret Fans, which was a selling group as well, had 43,000 members. And when you have that many people engaged in the trade, in my mind, there's no question that that's what's driving it.
Conan's team did a survey of first-time exotic pet buyers. 15% said that YouTube videos inspired them to buy their pets. And half did next to no research before they clicked buy.
Social media platforms are still struggling to get, either struggling or ignoring the fact that these animals are continually being sold on their platforms. It just makes it too easy, right? You see the video, you search online for a place to buy it, you purchase it, and then it's in your home.
Right. So I want you to picture all of these wild animals. Good. Now, imagine them in your living room. Imagine the food rotting in your darling iguana's stomach. That's right. Reptiles can only digest food in temperatures higher than 25 degrees Celsius. I bet you didn't know that. Well, I didn't. When Paul got this ball python, it was so sick they had to try giving her a frozen mouse to tempt her to eat.
Hopefully she'll eat.
Yeah. Come on.
Over the past 2 decades, Paul Lewis of Seattle has lost count of the number of reptiles he's had to nurse back to health.
All right, I'm just gonna lay it in there for you.
And all because people want to keep them as pets, a trend only worsened by the pandemic.
With the pandemic, a lot of people are now at home and they're streaming. Everybody's posting videos about animals. People are seeing, you know, something that's exotic or something, oh, I really want this. And they're finding ways to get them, not just through adoptions, but they're also, you can order anything online. I just finished working on that cage. Wanted him to be up by himself.
Paul Lewis and Monica Lynn run Forgotten Kingdom, an animal shelter just outside of Seattle.
It's not, well.
No, she's not.
Oh boy.
They accept all animals, legal and illegal, exotic pets included.
You would just set up an appointment in a day. Sounds to me like you would be doing a road trip to bring it.
Most of these pets are abandoned by their owners or rescued by wildlife authorities.
These are some of the illegals that I was telling you about. These are alligator snapping turtles. They get pretty big, but these are downright nasty. And they're just babies. Somebody's been ordering online illegal turtles.
This cute little itsy thing will grow to become the biggest freshwater turtle in North America, with a 450 kilo strong death bite. These are simply not meant to be pets, no matter how cute they are. But Paul and Monica worry more of such wild animals may have been sold to owners bored out of their wits by the COVID-19 lockdowns in early 2020.
I'm worried and scared the amount of animals that are going to be coming in because of the people returning back to a normal life. And what's going to happen is when they leave to go out their normal lives and when they have extreme exotics and those type of animals that actually require a lot of care, they're not going to be around to take care of them. And then they're going to have a problem.
Going back to our friend the slow loris, they could be extinct within a few years. A victim of wildlife trafficking that could be boosted each time we click that share button. And that's the ugly reality behind these light and fluffy videos. But what about the videos of the kids with incredible skills? Even if the talent on display is real, what did it take to make it real?
I wonder whether they do make the kids practice a lot before they actually film it and like video it down just to get the views.
How much of this is like their own doing, right? Versus like
a parent behind the camera, like cracking the whip and again.
Remember those videos of kids performing incredible feats? Well, yes, they are real, and their viral fame has already led them to dream even bigger.
我的目标是在长大些了要挑战吉尼斯世界纪录。
经常会问问我一些关于汽车的很多问题啊，包括他总是在说为什么汽车不能飞呀？我以后我努力学习，然后我赚钱，我自己设计出一个能长翅膀的，能把翅膀安在汽车上可以飞的汽车。
A new trajectory for these young lives, all because these parents posted the videos in the first place, a reflex which seems second nature to Asian parents.
他可能西方呢，他在乎这个小孩开心啊，happy， 对吧？中国的这种呢，就可能比较注重炫技啊，就炫耀这个小孩的不同寻常的技能，可能他比在乎这个啊，就说我的小孩跟别人不一样啊，和比别人家的小孩很牛啊。
If my kid could do this, I would post it on my social media. I just feel proud and want to show it off.
I won't mind posting it. I want my kid to become a star.
And it's not just that what Asian parents post is different. How Asians react to such posts also seems different. In 2019, millions worldwide watched a video of 6-year-old Li Yi as she worked to master table tennis. But Yi's story garnered vastly different responses inside China and outside of it. Many of the international comments on the video were concerned that Yi was being forced to perform. However, the comments within China, which number 19 million views, were mainly about how Li Yi is an inspiration.
From an Asian perspective, Tiger Mom perspective, her perseverance and work ethic is definitely something that probably every parent would want.
当然，在中国，可能这个还是一个发展中国家，就是大家都希望自己的孩子成才，啊，能够从小得到这个培养啊，哪怕吃点苦也是应该的，啊，所以这个他们就是说生存权、发展权嘛，对吧？这个更重要。而西方可能更强调平等啊、自由啊这些东西。
With this survival mindset, just how much hardship goes into the videos of the children we met. Wang Kai, for example, trained for 3 months before he could even cut into a vegetable.
他刚开始练了几天，就是他有点受不了，他说每天早上胳膊疼嘛，然后我就说你现在这个疼，就说不能就放弃了，要过了这段时间确实不行了才不练。
In the past 4 years, Wang Kai has used up some 400 boxes of cards, and his 700 videos have garnered him 60 million views and more than 200,000 fans. Wang Kai picked up card flicking when he was just 6, hoping to win back his mom, who had left the family. His mom got in touch, but unfortunately did not return.
他现在的水平，我感觉如果是打10分的话，我只能给他打6分吧。力度是可以了，可以纸牌可以打进去木板，但是那个准度我感觉有时候还不行。其实这个 他的坚持不是说你坚持1个月、2个月，是要1年、2年。自己丢在空中把它切断，我用手机拍慢镜头啊。你往这边，
这些我都知道，是我爸爸每天在更新视频，也是他在为我拍摄视频。我感觉他的压力也很大。我爸爸对我，也挺严的。有时候我练得不好的时候，他也会动手打我。
Click-through ad revenues on Wang Kai's library of videos earns him $300 a month. That's half his family's monthly income. No wonder there's all this pressure. This hard reality is what the videos don't always show. Now imagine the burden. If the $14,000 that Wang Kai earned in 4 years, this 6-year-old made in just 3 days. Liu Limei's skill with the paring knife has won her a cool 1 million fans and netted her some $100,000. Like viral video child stars all over the world, her family has cashed in on her popularity.
就是有时候拍简单的时候，就是看起来那个很简单，就几分钟就拍完了，就是像这个啄木鸟一样，几分钟就拍完了。就是复杂的，就是要从早餐的时候拍到11点，就那个就很复杂，就有点很辛苦。
Liu Mei's family claims that her money-raking talents were discovered accidentally. She aped her father while he was cooking and presented him with a gorgeous arrangement. Well, accidental or not, it quickly became an income stream.
到直播的时候，有时候有些朋友有时候刷了一个缺人键呢，那个时候有200-300万。那时候真的感觉就是不敢相信的。
The tips are a much-needed source of income for Liu Mei's family. Because she suffers from kidney problems, while her brother is down with leukemia.
因为大家都是看到小孩子有特殊情况下，那个打赏都打赏给小孩子的。
Virtual gifts flooded in through their Kuaishou social media account, and they also raised $100,000 on a separate crowdfunding platform. The windfall meant that they could seek medical treatment in Beijing. But viral fame is a fickle beast.
到了19年，其实19年有点收入的，今年新完全没有收入。明白一个道理的，人家给你刷礼物，那是勤奋的，不给你刷礼物，人家是本分的，因为谁都没有欠你，是不是？
Once the novelty of Liu Mei's live broadcasts died down, the older viral videos themselves were virtually worthless. Short of promoting kitchen knives, little Liu Mei is now helpless to keep the money coming in. The family is now once again scraping by. Though Liu Mei has tried to update her slicing and cooking skills, she is still desperately waiting for her next viral success.
你那么计较那么多干啥？保护环境，人人有责。环境，对，保护环境。
Unlike Liu Mei, this little boy did not have to practice much of anything to become a minor internet celebrity.
我还记得当时5月5号发布这个视频的时候，我们去做这个时候的我记得1726万的一个播放量，对，我们当时那一天涨粉将近10几万吧，将近10几万。
对。
有几个人能看到水平，亲手捡起来，所以说我们做的视频拍出来的东西和大家的心灵产生共鸣了。
It's a new trend that complements a boom in demand for educational content on Chinese video sharing platforms.
你包括我们的数据，就像吴小天这个账号，71%都是母婴，年龄段大概在30岁到45岁之间。所以说，大家有了2胎以后，像30多岁的，他看孩子特别娇贵嘛，所以说他会有的时候大人说的这些话，小孩不听，但是他让小孩去看小天的视频。 小孩的模仿力比较强。大姐，来准备，3、2、1，来走。
But wait! We found that Xiao Tian is not naturally a model citizen.
不管不管不管不管。
It's all by design.
这是我们的客服，然后包括一些客户，然后整理资料，然后这边是我们的。
It turns out that Xiao Tian's father and uncle are actually video professionals who have spun Xiao Tian's success. They found that videos that show children behaving better than adults, that is the secret sauce.
这个，这里来。
Xiao Tian now displays his civic mindedness between 2 to 5 p.m. every day.
不行不行，再来一遍。不行不行，来继续装。能有糖吃，最主要是也能有糖吃。
And Xiao Tian is not a one-off success. There's apparently a whole genre of viral videos in China that show kids being obedient or demonstrating civic consciousness. Are they real? Or are they directed? We can't always tell. So there you have it. The social media explosion has changed the very nature of viral videos. Going viral is now serious business. With so much at stake, not everything you see is what it seems. So perhaps the next time an adorable clip gets your heart racing, take a deep breath and consider if sharing would hurt or help the very cuteness that you want to share.